What's up guys, it is me, Nyla, and today we're doing a video that's slightly different than my normal videos. Hold on, let me move this mic. I'm gonna put it right here. Actually, I'm putting it mic. Okay, so today we're doing something a little more different. This is something that I've been wanting to do and promise certain people that I'll be doing for a long time. I'll be doing a book review, which is something that will be a normal thing. It's just right now my life has been a little hectic, so I haven't had time to sit down and like give my opinion. But I'm gonna be doing a book review, and the first book review that we'll be doing is about the graphic novel that I read I think like 2 months ago, either a month ago or 2 months ago. Lauren Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. This is a graphic novel. I wrote a script, so if I'm looking this way, it's because I'm looking at it. I had to write a script for something like this because it's so much easier for me to get sidetracked. So this was written by Rosemary Varlow O'Connell. I'm probably butchering it, but yeah, so here's the front cover. Ooh, the back. I'll give you a slight little review of the art. Overall, the art is just really good. I think the perfect vibrance between like the grays and the black and pink. Beautiful. Okay, so I wrote this down, so I'm gonna start with a quick summary. So this story follows Freddie Riley. She's a high schooler who is stuck in her messy on and off again relationship with Laura Dean. Laura Dean is technically like, has like this magnetic pull to her that Freddie can't get away from. And she's also very toxic. Like, I don't know why in here I put kind of. There's no kind of. As Freddie gets caught up in like Laura's cycle of like affection and abandonment. So like something would happen. Freddie would be like, oh, okay. All right, whatever. And then no. I said Freddie, right? Yeah, Freddie would be like, oh, okay, right. And then Laura would then bring her back in, but then put her back out. Like it's a constant in and out cycle. Like Laura would do something and Freddie sees it and Freddie just gets sad and then Laura comes back and like, oh baby, that's not what I meant, like just pretty much buttering her up, gaslighting. She's gaslighting her into thinking that this didn't happen. Also, because of Laura, she starts to drift away from her friends, especially her best friend Doodle, which the one thing I would say about this book is the way that Doodle's little twist in here, that shocked me. I didn't think something crazy was like that gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. I thought she was something else, but turns out she fucking wasn't. She wasn't. Now let's get into my first topic. I want to talk about the art and the aesthetic of this book. I'm gonna say her first name, not her last name. I know people normally say her last name, but Rosemary's art is gorgeous. Like some graphic novels, sometimes they're either black and white or they're like actually like colors, like multiple colors. She stuck with 3 specific colors. Like her palette was very much a soft pink and gray and a little bit of black. And I think that it pulls the book together and makes it very dreamy. I just think it's like the perfect match. Like it's not too much. I'm never like, you would think with the front cover like this that it would be like, oh, it's gonna be this color, but it's really not. Like, let me go to a page real quick. This one, for example, no, that spoils it actually. Hold on. Okay, this one, for example. The only color that you will freaking see in here is white, black, gray, white, black, gray, and pink. The vibrancy of it, the simplicity of this, like some graphic novels, they normally tend to like have bright colors to draw you in, which is something for me as well, because I struggle with reading. I do. I don't know if it's attention span thing or just my brain can't process it, but bright colors tend to attract me more. But this was like the perfect amount. Like this is literally perfect. I love the way she did it. Page layouts are also dynamic as well. Like no page is exactly the same layout. They're either in a different square or one thing takes over one whole page and there's like 5 boxes on the side. No page is the same. That's my favorite thing about this. I'm gonna talk about the theme now. So one thing I will say about this book is that sometimes what you don't see in books or just queer literature is that a lot of them don't, like they have to make the queer relationships like something different. It can never feel like a regular, like I feel like even in some shows like queer relationships always have to have some type of like drama that spears around the fact that they're gay. Like they're together but one parent doesn't know, or they're hiding it, or you know, like I feel like this book just felt like a normal relationship. Mind you that it was a toxic relationship, but at the same time it felt like it felt normal. Like I felt like I was watching or reading like a regular teen romance. It felt like a normal teen relationship, but it was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like to me, sometimes I feel like that books and or movies make queer relationships like something 10 times different. Like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like, I feel like, I'm trying to think of a great example. It is true that as a queer person that you will not have the same experience as a you will not have the same experience as like I can't say normal, but like as like a straight person necessarily, but sometimes it's nice to have some stories told as if they're just a normal person and they just happen to like the same gender, you know. That's one thing I can say about this book, that I think that having queer relationships and having them being like a normal relationship, I guess to say, is something that you don't really get to see explored. Like, you never see a toxic queer relationship. It's always, I'm gay, but my parents don't know, or I'm gay, my friends don't know, and I'm gay and I don't know it, you know? It's never like, oh, we're just gay and we have normal gay problems. Not normal gay problems, we have normal relationship problems, you know? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the way how they talk about friendship in here is pretty good too. I think also the way that it displayed a toxic relationship is pretty smart. Like, it shows the reality of how hard it is to let go of someone, even though sometimes they make you feel amazing and horrible at the same time. Like, I think that's something that some people never understand. Like, if your friend's in a toxic relationship, the worst thing you need to say is, girl, you're in a toxic relationship. Only because it's like, I'm sure some people recognize that, but I think when they're in a relationship like that, like, they try to force themselves to see more of the good moments rather than the bad ones, even though there's more bad than good. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of yapping. I'm sorry. I'm not really good at this stuff. Hopefully I'll get better at it. Okay, I also want to talk about character depth, specifically Freddie, the main girl. I'm not gonna lie. I think like in a couple of vlogs back, you guys heard me talk about like, oh my god, this girl's so annoying, because it's like, I guess to me, I don't think I would ever see myself in that situation, because I think I know the signs and I just know that that's not something. But also, you can't really say that unless you're in it. You know, like, I can sit here and say, oh, I would never be in that. Like, I would never be in a situation like that. But you have no control over that. You know, like you just don't. I think that I got annoyed by her, but at the same time, I understood her. You know, like, I'm not this, like, I'm not in like a problem like that. But like, sometimes it's like, it's hard to let go of something that you know isn't good for you. You know, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to use an analogy. For example, I love Reese's. Y'all know Reese's is my favorite candy ever. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. No, I know that. Every time I eat one, I break out. Right? Mind you, I haven't had a Reese's in forever. We'll get to that. But I know that it's not good for me. But I constantly want it. And I think because I know it's not good for me, I want it even more. You know, that's the same thing in a relationship. If you're in a toxic relationship, you know you shouldn't be in it, but you want to, you know, like you can somehow see past it. I guess the candy can't really be. You get what I'm saying? You get the concept, but I think that it's hard to create a character in which the reader will be like, oh girl, you know, like, I feel that, like, even though she pissed me off because I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn, Jesus fucking Christ, like, this girl just, and she always going back. Like, if I catch my partner kissing somebody, making out with somebody, or she purposely don't invite me to her birthday party, but it'd be 5 other bitches in there, girl, you crazy? And it's just crazy because it took for her almost losing her best. My bad, not to spoil. It took for something to happen in order for her to realize, you know, Laura. The way they captured her, they didn't really make her a villain necessarily. Like, they just made her Laura. Like, I don't necessarily hate Laura because it's very clear as to who she is in the beginning. Like, she doesn't necessarily do anything bad. Like, girl, we know that you're a cheater. Girl, we know. But yeah, I don't want to consider her a villain in this book. Not at all. But clearly, no, she has her own issues. Like, it would be nice to have like a prequel. Is that what it's called? A sequel to this, and it explains Laura's background. Like, why is she the way she is? You know, why does she think it's okay? You know what? It's probably her parents. They don't really talk about Laura in this book, but you do encounter some of her parents. Her parents don't really seem fully there. So maybe she's just a narcissist. She might just be a narcissist. But overall, it's beautiful writing. The character wise, it's beautiful. I'm not gonna talk about the best friend that much because I think that her story is like kind of a giveaway if I talk about it. I'm not gonna lie, the way they have it built up makes it seem as if like she's like deeply in love with Freddie, but it's actually not, which I'm glad, because that's also a problem with queer literature and queer media. Not queer media, queer like entertainment. Why does it always have to be the best friend is secretly in love? Like, why? I'm glad that this book didn't have that. Very glad. I would have been slightly annoyed about that. So pretty much my final thoughts is, if you're into stories that are like, I guess not necessarily heartbreaking, it's not really heartbreaking, but more about like coming of age, like growing up, queer identity and friendships, then I think you should check this book out. It's very beautiful between the writing and the story. It might make you reflect on your own relationships a little differently. Now, if I was to rate it, whenever I do these, I'm gonna rate it out of 5. I would give this a 4 out of 5. I said 4 out of 5 because I don't want to give it a straight 5. It wasn't like groundbreaking to me. It was a good book, but I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 as a whole. If I was to base it off the art, it would be a 5 out of 5. The art is beautiful. The color palette choice, beautiful. I wouldn't go wrong. But I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because there was some corny things in it, but I love the diversity. Like there was different body shapes, different colors, different everything. But yeah, 4 out of 5. Yeah. This is the book. Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. I think you guys should check it out. But if you already have read it, tell me your opinion. Based off of this, would you want to read it? Just say anything in the comments, Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you want to throw it across the room? Sometimes I did. Guys, I want to get back into reading, okay? That's one thing that I need to get better at. I need to be able to read better. And I will. I think school dismotivates me to read because I hate reading books that I feel that as if I'm obligated to read. I want to feel as if I'm choosing to read on my own time, if that makes sense. I'm currently reading another book called Spinning. I will be finishing that within this week. That's my goal. The good thing about graphic novels is that I can read them fast. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like book reviews, let me know. I'm probably gonna do more. I like doing sit-down videos. I feel like vlogs sometimes make me overstimulated. Okay, I feel like I tried ending this video 500 different times. But if you guys liked it, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.